નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી. સ્ટેન્ડર્ડ 8th, Chapter 2, Microorganisms. Today we will discuss, dear students, food preservation. So we have learnt about the methods used to preserve and store the food grains. How do we preserve cooked food at home? You know that bread left unused under moist conditions is attacked by the fungus. Okay, so you will see that white patches. Microorganisms spoil our food. Spoiled food emits bad smell and had a bad taste and change in the color also. Okay, then now the question is clear. Is the spoiling of the food a chemical reaction? Yes, it goes a chemical reaction. Pelly brought some mangoes, but she could not eat them for a few days. Later she found that they were spoiled. See, they are spoiled and rotten also, giving bad smell. But she knows that mango pickle her grandmother makes does not spoil for a long time. She got confused why it is like that. So let us study the common methods to preserve the food in our homes. We have to prevent it from the attacks of microorganisms. First one is chemical method. Salts and edible oils. Edible means cooking oils or eatable oils, we are saying edible oils. The common chemicals generally used to check the growth of the microorganisms. Okay, therefore they are called as preservatives. So here, dear students, the important question is, what do you mean by preservatives? So you have to say the substance used to check or prevent the growth of the microorganisms are called as preservatives. We add salt and or acid preservatives to pickles to prevent the attack of the microbes. Then here, sodium benzoate, SODIUM, sodium benzoate, BENZOATE, and sodium metabisulfate, see the spelling, METABISULPHITE, are common preservatives. These are also used in the jams and squashes to check the spoilage. Okay, this one is the chemical method. Next one is preservation by the common salt. Whatever we are eating, the eatable salt. Common salt has been used to preserve the meat or fish for ages, since longer time, ages. Meat and fish are covered with dry salt to check the growth of the growth of bacteria. Salting is used to preserve amla, raw mangoes means kacha mangoes, and tamarind, amli. Okay, these are all, or you are saying imli. See, these are all the preservation by the common salt. Next one is preservation by the sugar. Jams and jellies and squashes, SQUASHES. Something soft and easily crushed food item are preserved by the sugar. Sugar reduces the moisture content, water content, which prevents the growth of the bacteria, which is spoiling the food. Okay, next one is preservation by oil and vinegar. Vinegar is a acid. This acid, use of oil and vinegar prevents the spoilage of pickles, because bacteria cannot live in such an environment. So vegetables, fruits, fish and meat are often preserved by preserving the oil and vinegar. Next one is heat and cold treatments. You must have observed your mother boiling the milk before it is stored or used. So why? Because boiling kills many microorganisms. So similarly, we keep our food in the refrigerator also. So lower temperature, that also inhibits the growth of the microbes. So next year, why does the milk that comes in the packets not spoil? My mother told me that the milk is pasteurized. And what is pasteurization? Pasteurize to means eat the food for the purpose of killing the harmful microorganisms. Okay. So pasteurized milk can be consumed. Consumed means usable without boiling as it is free from the harmful microbes. The milk is heated to about 70 degrees Celsius for 15 to 30 seconds and then suddenly chilled means cooled and stored. By doing so, it prevents the growth of the microbes. So this process was discovered by Louis Pasteur. So this is called as pasteurization. See the spelling. Pasteurization. So means heating and as well as cooling. Both it will be included in the pasteurization. Now next one is storage and packing. So these days dry fruits and even vegetables are sold in the sealed airtight packets to prevent the attacks of the microbes. See, these are all preservation. What you are saying? These are all food preservation. Food preservation includes chemical method, preserving by common salt, preservation by sugar, preservation by oil and vinegar, heat and cold treatments, and also pasteurization method, what you learnt, storage and packing. So these are all the preservation of food. Now next one is nitrogen fixation. So what do you mean by nitrogen? You know that atmosphere contains nitrogen, correct? But this one is plants or animals can't take directly. Okay, that has to convert into nitrates and nitrates. So it is done by the microorganism. The name is given here bacterium, singular, bacterium, rhizobium bacteria, It is involved in the fixation of nitrogen. In leguminous plants, so means pulsars, rhizobium lives in the root nodules of the leguminous plants. Root nodules. The root in there, rounded mass, a little knot or lump structure you are seeing. So that is what you are saying, rhizobium bacteria lives there, such as beans and peas. With leguminous means family of peas and beans, with which it has a symbiotic relationship. Symbiotic relationship means what? Mutual benefit between the two organisms, the two living beings. Both they will get the benefit. Okay? That you are calling symbiotic relationship. Sometimes nitrogen gets fixed through the action of lightning also. So lightning also, nitrogen fixation is there. But you know that the amount of nitrogen in the atmosphere remains constant. You may wonder why. So you will see this one. Okay, nitrogen cycle. Roots of the leguminous plants with roots. See here the roots on this. You will see that small rounded mass. So that is nothing but rhizobium bacteria will be there. So nitrogen cycle means our atmosphere has 78% of nitrogen gas. So nitrogen is one of the essential. So essential means needed constituents of all the living organisms as part of proteins. It is there in the proteins, chlorophyll, nucleic acid and vitamins. For this all nitrogen is required. So in the atmosphere it is 78%. The atmosphere nitrogen cannot be taken directly by the plants and animals. So that already I told you. Certain bacteria or blue-green algae present in the soil fix the nitrogen from the atmosphere and convert into compounds of nitrogen. So means nitrates and nitrites. Okay, that is a biological process going on. Once nitrogen is converted into these usable compounds, it can be utilized by the plants from the soil through their root. So then when it is changed into the compounds, then the root can absorb this one. So nitrogen is used for the synthesis of plant proteins. So nitrogen is used for the plant proteins and other compounds also. Animals feeding on the plants and get these proteins and other nitrogen components. In this way, animals and plants are getting the nitrogen. So when plants and animals die, bacteria and fungi are present in the soil. You know that when the plants or animals died, bacteria and fungi present in the soil convert nitrogenous wastes into nitrogen compounds. So that you are calling nitrogenous wastes. When the parts of the plants or animals died, these wastes are called as nitrogenous wastes. That is, this wastes into nitrogen compounds to be used by the plant again. Certain other bacteria convert some part of them nitrogen gas, which goes back into the atmosphere. See, certain other bacteria also convert nitrogen gas, which backs to the atmosphere. As a result, the percentage of the nitrogen in the atmosphere remains more or less constant. So, in this way, nitrogen in the atmosphere is constant. So, dear students, you will see the diagram nitrogen cycle. See, this one is atmospheric nitrogen, ATMOSPHERIC, atmospheric nitrogen. So, this atmospheric nitrogen will be nitrogen, taking the nitrogen fixing bacteria, blue-green algae, fix the atmospheric nitrogen. So, means they will change us into nitrates and nitrites. And afterwards, bacteria in turn fix nitrogen into nitrogenous compounds. So, that is in the soil. And these compounds of nitrogen in the soil, how it will be taken by the plants? You know that plants are growing, so they will taken up, and then the plants, animals are eating, so it enters to the animal bodies, and then nitrogen waste from the excretion or death. So this one, so that is the compounds of nitrogen. Then this bacteria turn compound nitrogen into gaseous nitrogen. So in this way, again come to the atmospheric nitrogens. See the cycle now. First it starts from here, and then it comes here, then here, then it will be here. Okay, then it will goes here, then it will comes here, and again here, and then it goes like this, so like this way. So one cycle is completed. Now we will see the second cycle, atmospheric nitrogen. You know that lightning also fixes the nitrogen. Okay, atmospheric nitrogen changes by lightning also. So this lightning will be again changes into compounds of nitrogen in the cell. So this bacteria will be doing. And here plants are growing, taking the nitrogen. And plants, animals are eating. So in this way, animals is eating the plants. And then this animals and eat the plants. Then this nitrogenous waste from the excretion or the death, from the, you know that animals excretion, you know that urine contains nitrogen, and sweating. So this all death, and this all comes to the again compounds of nitrogen in the soil. And this again here bacteria again turn compounds of nitrogen into the gaseous nitrogen. And this gaseous nitrogen, and where it goes? From the atmospheric nitrogen. So in this way, this is of nitrogen cycle. So second cycle you see, from the second cycle you see from here lightning, then comes here compounds, then again plants, then animals, and then again nitrogen excreta of the animals, then this component of the nitrogen fixing, then it is again goes to the bacteria changing nitrogen into gaseous state, and then it enters into the, where? It enters into the atmospheric nitrogen. So like this way, this is of nitrogen cycle. Okay, clear students? So we completed lesson number 2, microorganisms. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. Thank you for joining us.